But guys, let me tell you this right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars, guys, are the real deal. They are for real. What we saw Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs wasn't some luck, wasn't some fluke, wasn't some one-game wonder. This was a statement. This was the kind of win that says we belong with the elite. Guys, let me repeat this for the people in the back. The Jacksonville Jaguars are the real deal. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars just pulled off one of the wildest, grittiest, and the most emotional wins of the NFL season. A 31-28 comeback victory that told the entire football world Jacksonville Jaguars have arrived. But let's talk about that final drive. The final drive that had everybody talking. The Man Hour Facebook page going crazy, baby. It was chaotic. It was messy. It was pure football, baby. Trevor Lawrence got stepped on by his right guard on 1st and goal. Fell flat on his face. Literally fell flat on his face. Got back up. Still managed to bulldoze over the tackle. Drive across the goal line for the game-winning score while Chris Jones is still scratching his balls, figuring out what just happened with my life. That's just not the touchdown. That's leadership. That's the quarterback saying, put it on me. Let me go win this game. Earlier in that same drive, he took a stack. He shouldn't have. Missed a throw he should have made and had a delay game, but he still didn't fold. Instead, he comes right back with clutch throws to Brian Thompson Jr. and De'Ami Brown before sealing it with the gutsy goal line scramble. Yes, it was a busted play. Yes, it was this, and this. But you know what? Trevor Lawrence finished the night with 54 rushing yards. The most on the team. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdowns, and all the momentum in the world. He made mistakes, yes. But when it mattered most, he delivered. Now, here's the thing that's going to separate this Jaguars teams from years past. They didn't quit. They were down 14-0 early. They were down late again, 28-24. With under 2 minutes left to play, they kept fighting. They never gave up. Statistically, the Jaguars are used to being the front runners so far this season, leading almost all season long until this game. But against the Kansas City Chiefs, they were punched in the mouth early, and they were punched in the mouth often. For the first time all year long, they were down double digits. And at halftime, they were losing. The first time this season. What did they do? They didn't fold. They came roaring back. And the turning point, oh man, that turning point was the 99-yard interception by Devin Lloyd. That play flipped the entire stadium upside down. Lloyd jumped the route, juked out Patrick Mahomes, broke Kareem Hunt's ankles, and spread the length of the field. It was the longest defensive touchdown in Jacksonville Jaguars history and the longest pick six by a linebacker ever recorded in an NFL regular season game. He's just not hot. He was on fire, meaning Lloyd. The AFC Defensive Player of the Week, the AFC Defensive Player of the Month, and now possibly the Defensive Player of the Year level type of play. That play summed up the Jaguars' mentality. Bend, but do not break. Fight, do not give up. Go and through the whistle every time. This is the Jaguars' first 4-1 start since 2007. Let that sink in. Let's take it in the soda time. Since 2007, Wes was a sophomore in like high school. Alpha Rob, you were damn near a grandpa at this point, right? Will, you were probably still stuck up on your mama. But just be honest. But they didn't show up. They showed out. And they did it on Monday Night Football. The only primetime game of the year under the lines against Patrick Mahomes and the NFL's modern-day dynasty quarterback. They didn't show up. They just didn't show up. They showed out. Trevor Lawrence outplayed Patrick Mahomes when it mattered most. The defense, despite giving it 476 total yards, came up with one game-changing play. The offense did look inconsistent at times, sure, but it was explosive when it needed to be. Liam Coen's offense is starting to click. And with this much young talent, the ceiling is scary, scary high. This isn't the same Jaguars team that we saw a few years ago. This is a franchise with balance, swagger, and belief. They got a quarterback who's tough as nails, a defense that strives on takeaways, and a coach who knows how to win big games. Jacksonville is dangerous. The offense has playmakers all over it. Thomas, Brown, ETN, the list goes on and on and on. Led by Josh Hines Allen and Lloyd. one of the most optimistic units in the league. You can feel it. This team has championship DNA and is starting to form. So let me be the first to officially say this, guys. The Jacksonville Jaguars are one of the top teams in the AFC right now. They're physical, they're clutch, and they're built to last. The Kansas City Chiefs did not lose this game to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars took it. So let me throw this to you, Man Hour Nation. Do you guys think the Jaguars are legitimate Super Bowl contenders after this win, or they still need a little bit more for you to believe? Drop your thoughts, drop your comments, because it's a live interactive show. I want to hear from you. You guys think about the Jaguars' rise, or is it all smoke and mirrors? Hit the subscribe button, guys. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at said platform. Now let's get into the comments and discuss your thoughts. Wes says, plain and simple, turnovers are game changers. Wes, this could not be more true. Every time you look at a team that's winning these type of games that are going back and forth down to the last possession, you're always looking for a big play, a big kickoff, a big punt return, or a turnover, interception, strip sack, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Turnovers are the biggest gut punch ever. Because Patrick Mahomes should have thrown that in a touchdown pass. Lloyd jumped the route. Just like when Trevor Lawrence dove over the pile, the ball was punched out of his hands. And then the Kansas City Chiefs scored a 96-yard drive the next play. Or not, but they had a 96-yard touchdown play, or touchdown drive the next series. Those are tough. Very few teams can come over from interceptions or turnovers such as that. Those are huge. That's why this week in practice, I've been trying to preach turnovers. Get the momentum on our side. Get a turnover. That's what we want. Alpha Rob says they will simply fade away. They will fade away, and they'll be long, long gone by November. By November, they'll be skating in the wind and say, see you later, alligator. We'll say, after a while, crocodile. Alpha Rob, if this was 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, I would be all aboard. I would be all aboard with that. However, I have been eating crow a lot this weekend. When the Buffalo Bills scored that touchdown, I believe it was Josh Allen rolled out. Did Josh Allen run it in or pass it? Either way, he rolled to his left, touchdown. I said on our Facebook page, the Patriots are done. They had a good fight. They were done. The Patriots, they're like, hold my beer. This is going to be a battle. The Jaguars, in years past, after that punch-out, reach-over touchdown that Trevor Lawrence should have had, years past, they would have folded. This is a different year. Different coach, different regime. Hell, they just traded Tank Bigsby, which I thought should have been RB1. Travis Etienne's like, hey, give the ball to me. Trevor Lawrence, you do your thing. This is back to the Clemson days. We go to the moon. The Jaguars are here to stay, Alpha Rob. And I know as a Buffalo Bills fan, you are scared about that. As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I am scared about this. Because Trevor Lawrence, if you guys remember, I don't know, 3 years ago, we had a draft expert. I use that term loosely because, you know, experts are all what makes you an expert. But Wayne G and his little pundit came on and said, if you build a quarterback in the lab, it'll be Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was built in the lab. He has the height, he has the knowledge, he has this, and this. I was like, stupid. And for the first, 3-4 years of his NFL career, Trevor Lawrence, I was getting ready to call him a bust. This year, totally flipped the script. Definitely earning those millions upon millions of dollars that he is earning. He got signed way too early, but millions upon millions of dollars he is earning. He's finally earning those money. Trevor Lawrence is different this season. I don't know what it is, but he's different. George Lucas says, it will hurt you in the end. What will hurt you in the end? The Jaguars will hurt you in the end. the faith in the Jaguars. Like, what is going to hurt me in the end, George? You are going to have to narrow it down just a little bit. Tell me what you're talking about. Will Olson says, yes, the Jaguars are top 5 team in the NFL right now. And Will, I agree with you. I actually have them at number 6 in my power rankings. I do believe. But yes, the Jacksonville Jaguars are arguably the 3rd best team in the AFC right now. Behind the Buffalo Bills, behind the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are legit. Jaguars are legit.